Yeah.
This world has elves, orcs, lizard people, fairies. It's an amazing human being. Oh, really? Yeah, a few of them.
A few of them.
But it's amazing because it feels like it's very close to reality, and it feels like it could be happening. You know, it's and every set I came into, it was all there. It was no green screen. It was happening, and it was like very authentic. It felt, you know, it was like, you know, smells and bleeds, and it's so alive.
Yeah, in this like dark, grungy LA.
Yeah.
Today.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great
David
twist.
Ayer's LA.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the one he knows very well,
Yeah.
and that's also part of, I think, the triumph of the film. The fact that our director David Ayer, he understands this world very well. I mean, he understands what it feels like to be on the wrong side of the tracks. I mean, he knows how it feels like to be the other.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I think that this movie, in a very entertaining way, and in a way that is, you know, like packed with action and amazing imagery, also deals with issues that are very relevant to us and that is part of our daily lives. I mean,
It has a very strong message.
Yeah,
It has a
the
very,
tension, you know, among the different ethnic groups and racial groups and social economic groups, and how do we deal with the issue of identity and empathy, and how do we break out of stereotypes and break out of what society expects from us, you know. And I think that these characters, in a bigger or smaller degree, they rebel against the place society is enforcing.
and we are
on them.
elves, the three of us, which is like the strongest race.
We did a lot of training.
A lot of fight training, a lot of gun training.
Yeah.
It was very, very physical. We work with amazing people. I was training with my knives, you know, and also I think, you know, the way David works, like he wants his actors to be like, to start early and to work together and to prep together. So we really got quite close to each other.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. It was very hard. My body, some days I was limping. And I remember once I was like, because we were on night shoots, so I was rehearsing
The whole time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
We were like living as vampires almost. And I was rehearsing a fight scene and I had fever, and then the stunt team was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like kind of so wobbly. But it was very intense and very fun.
And because my character is more like fights with her hands instead of like Leela
Weapons,
has
yeah.
knives and guns and everything. So I did a lot of American Kempo karate training. So it was like learning how to use my hands to fight. And everyone had a different style of fighting that we got to really delve into. And that was so exciting because we all felt really prepared.
Well, it's a privilege, you know, because it really felt, and we've talked about it many times, a number of times, that we had all the toys. I mean, we had all the infrastructure.
But it felt like a small indie
movie, you know, in terms of, and creatively,
It's very intimate.
we had all the freedom. Everybody did, especially David, which is, you know, which was very important to him and to us, that he would have total creative control of the piece, and he did. And at the same time, we had all the toys, all the advantages, all the comfort, you know, of a gigantic movie.
But we had so much fun.
Yeah.
And David, the way he works, he's very open for ideas, and he's very spontaneous. You know, this one day, there was this new set with a big stage, like this kind of strip bar.
The strip club.
The strip club. And I came in there, I was rehearsing the fight scene, and then David came in and he's like, he's looking at the stage, he's like, "I think Layla should be coming, like running across the stage and then jump through this glass wall and then land, and then she start fighting." And the stunt team was like, "Oh, right, okay, and when are we shooting the scene?" Like, "Oh yeah, in 2 days. Let's figure it out." So, you know, and then we did it. And I love that with David. He comes into a room and he's creating and exploring things as we go. And I think this world of Netflix, you know, he could do that.
You can feel it's a new era, you know, it's a new era, and that's very exciting, because when people ask us, did this feel like a studio movie, or does this feel like did this feel like an independent movie? It's something completely different. It's a mixture of both, but a mixture that results into something completely different. So I think that for us, it's very exciting as actors, you know, in this day and age, to be witnessing, you know, firsthand such a revolutionary change in culture. I mean, in the way we are consuming content, in the way we are making movies, in the way we're telling stories. And I think that this change that Netflix as a platform has unchained, it's irreversible, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting to be part of it.
And Will Smith is amazing leader. You know, there was one day he was on set off camera for I think like 10 hours. They turned on him like 3 a.m. and they did a couple of takes. It was like, that's a wrap. And I was like, he's just like one of the biggest stars, and he didn't. He's such a team player.
Interconnectedness was like, because he was there every day, just lifting everyone up and being like, we're gonna make a great movie today, and like. There was one night we were shooting, and it was like a night shoot leading up to Christmas, and we were all exhausted, and we'll start singing Christmas carols to everybody like all night just to keep everyone awake. And it was like, I think that feeling of like the indie kind of connectedness that we had as a cast and as a creative team.
We were in it together, for sure.
It was so exciting with like